This has been the trip of a lifetime. I could not even imagine half of what I saw. It's just been sensational. This trip to Russia, it's so rich in history and culture, and everyone here is so proud of their culture. You know, when you see the palaces and you see the rich history that Russia has, you know, you get excited about it, and it's just a magical place.
Gate 1's classic tour of Russia begins in the capital city of Moscow, home to the famous Kremlin, Red Square, and Tretyakov Art Gallery. We then take the speed train to the magnificent city of St. Petersburg, with its many palaces and the renowned Hermitage Museum. This tour of Russia will immerse you in the best of Moscow and St. Petersburg's rich history, culture, and cuisine.
I think being a child who grew up during the Cold War, I had some preconceived notions of what Moscow was going to look like. I was pleasantly surprised. It was amazing. It was colorful. It was bright. I could hardly believe that I was standing on Red Square.
It felt as though you were part of history. Everything that you've ever read about is right there to touch, to see, to feel.
When we went through the gates of the Kremlin, I had one of those like out-of-body experiences where I was like, I'm on the other side of the world, and I'm an American, and I'm standing in the Kremlin right now. And it was breathtaking. My favorite part of Moscow was the Metro by Night tour. You know, you expect the palaces above ground, but you don't expect palaces underground. To look up and see these amazing ceilings and walls and the artwork and to understand the history, it was just really spectacular experience.
St. Petersburg is beautiful. I have been to Venice, and I've heard that this is the Venice of the North. In a lot of ways, St. Petersburg really blows Venice out of the water. Sorry, Venice.
I had two favorite parts of St. Petersburg. The first was the Hermitage. The minute our bus turned the corner onto the plaza, the entire bus was just like,
You can't say enough wonderful things about the Hermitage, and you could easily spend 2 days there. But thanks to Galina, I believe we covered everything that we probably needed to see.
The walking through all of the rooms and imagining the lifestyle that must have taken place there, that life of opulence is really spectacular. The palaces that we saw in St. Petersburg, I think the best way to describe them is fabulously ostentatious. You just can't imagine that people lived like that.
Catherine Palace was unbelievable. It was incredibly ornate. Gold and sculptures and paintings in every corner of every room. We saw the amber room, and every inch was covered in different hues of amber. It was incredible. And this was just Catherine the Great's summer palace.
The Bitterhof is a summer palace of Peter the Great. I was very impressed. You know, the fountains are very nice. They call it the Russian Versailles, and I agree. It's definitely like a Versailles in Paris, yes.
And my second favorite part of St. Petersburg was the cruise at night. You know, our boat was called Cinderella, and there's a reason it was called Cinderella, because it was like you were in a fairy tale. You were just sailing down the Neva River and looking at all the palaces where these czars and Catherine the Great, and you know, they all lived there, and you're just like, wow, I'm in a fairy tale, I'm in a dream.
The Russian folk show was so enjoyable. I love dancing anyway, so to see all the dancers in costume, and they put on such a performance, it was tremendous.
The Russian folklore show was beautiful. It's in this beautiful theater that's from the 1700s, and the atmosphere was great. The show was great. The dancers, the singers.
They were just athletes. It was definitely worth going on that. Don't miss that one.
Welcome to Russia, Gate 1.
I would definitely recommend coming to Russia with Gate 1. I wouldn't do it with any other travel company for sure.
Gate 1 will take care of you. They're fantastic. I have to say, for the money and also the organization, you can't go wrong with Gate 1.
This is our fourth trip with Gate 1. Yes, I think it's one of the best values because we compare other tour companies and it's not even close. Everything was better, you know, better hotels, better value for the money.
I would completely recommend traveling to Russia with Gate 1 Travel. It's an action-packed trip, and yet if you want to stay back from some things because you want to shop or you need to relax, there's room to do that.
The guides are brilliant. Our current guide is a professor at a university. She just has incredible, intimate knowledge of everything that we have talked about.
What can we say about Galina? She was just unbelievable. She was knowledgeable and helpful. She made everyone's trip very, very special.
I love traveling with people. I meet people from all walks of life. It was just a wonderful experience.
I made such good friends. You know, we've all exchanged emails, and I made friends that I can tell will last a lifetime.
We sang every day, Kalinka, Kalinka, Kalinka Maya, and it's become a morning ritual.
I just had a lot of fun. It was great. That's it.
Kalinka, Kalinka, Kalinka Maya, Satuyagda Malinka, Malinka Maya. Kalinka, Kalinka, Kalinka Maya, Satuyagda Malinka, Malinka Maya.